we're gonna cover Avengers first.
Yes. Okay. Oh man, I should have worn my Avengers shirt first. All right.
No,
Well, neither here nor there. Well, I'm gonna do.
No, it's good. I'm wearing my Groot shirt, and you're wearing your Game of Thrones shirt. So.
Right on. Oh yeah. So we're handling both things here. All right.
It was a great weekend to be a geek.
Yes, for sure. It was high geekiness going on there, and I'm just letting everybody know now. This is Phil from Checkerboard Kids representing, and on the other side of me, let's give it up for introduce yourself, please. Yeah.
Bryan Kremkau, the ReadJunk podcast or ReadJunk.com.
ReadJunk podcast. So you guys got to check that action out. Been in the game for way over 20 years for sure. And same thing with Checkerboard
22 years
Kids.
for ReadJunk and Scott Funk and Other Junk and Read Magazine. I guess we all kind of combine.
Exactly.
But the podcast is still fairly new, almost a year.
Yeah, so this is like a big team up. Like as groups are teaming up in Game of Thrones and in Avengers, so we too are teaming up. Our ska powers coming together now for this great podcast, and also for the Checkerboard Kids show. So yeah, it's a crossover. It's a crossover episode.
Yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen.
All right, yeah. Cue suspenseful movie. Suspenseful music.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm neighing hoarsely. Okay, neigh. All right, go ahead.
All right, so it was a great weekend being a nerd. It was Game of Thrones on Sunday, and then Avengers opened. Now, massive box office.
Yeah, 1.8 billion. That's nothing to scoff at. Now, how did you get did you pay like $300 for tickets?
No. When my twin brother Matt, he's like, tickets are going on sale, and usually I get tickets like a week, like a couple days beforehand when more theaters open up. But for this, I'm like, I had to like get it right when the pre-sales happened. So. I finally, I was up in Palisades, up in West Nyack, New York, is where my theater is closest, where I like to go to. So I was on that queue, and it started out as a half hour.
Yep.
And then it went to 45 minutes, and then I finally got it, but then I went to hit submit, and then error, and then it kept going back, and then it just like screwed it up, and then. It was just such a cluster F. It was just so bad.
Yeah, it was similar to me, but luckily I was trying to get it in the city, and it was just like, in over an hour. I was like, nah, man. So I had a friend, luckily in New Rochelle, got tickets over there, so we went to go see it in New Rochelle.
Oh, okay. Did he get it at the box office or something?
No. I think he went online and got it, so we got some nice seats, close but not super close. Because I know some people that had it in super IMAX, and they're like first seats. Oh, dude. No. But neither here nor there. But it was cool, man. People were cosplaying. They were giving away free comics, letting people know about Free Comics Day. Good stuff all the way around.
Yeah, so I mean, it probably took me a good 6 hours to get the tickets, though. But then it's like when the queue finally happened. Actually, my twin brother got it for me because he was waiting too, and he got the queue quicker than I did, and he already got his tickets. So I ended up paying him money, and then I was waiting, but it took like 6 hours to get them. I'm like, and you think that for the biggest movie of the year that they would be able to, handle the traffic and all this kind of stuff?
I don't think they were ready for that kind of business. And then like look at the people that were trying to flip those tickets over for like $900, and that's ridiculous.
Who the hell paid for that? It's like so
I don't know. Somebody's just like, yeah, I'm trying to impress my girl by getting some tickets. I'm like, dude, this is Avengers. Like, you ain't impressing your girl. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, my wife went with me, so I lucked out.
Oh no, she married you, dude. She knew what she was in for. She knew of your nerdy ways. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean that's what we bonded over is Harry Potter.
Oh, all right. Oh yeah. Well, what's your house, bro?
I think we both like Gryffindor. I think.
Yeah, I'm a Ravenclaw guy myself. It's quite all right. Cool. Not player hating on you guys. All right, but neither here nor there. Yeah, I got my wand over there, but that's a podcast for another day. But let's. So the first thing we're talking about is Avengers. So it made mad money, but what was your impression of just hot takes off the top? How'd you feel about it?
I thought it was perfect. I thought it just summed up 22 movies of Marvel of the first couple phases that they had. It was a fitting ending for, I mean, this phase, everyone right now. This is spoilers.
Yeah, dude. Let it be given that if you have not seen... See, now note, I'm a school teacher. Kids were screaming in the hallways, spoilers, immediately to everybody, like, hey, or they'd run up to kids and the kids are like headphones, like, I'm not trying to harass boys, and kids would just like do it on purpose just to be dicks.
Did you see the video of the kid getting socked in the face in his classroom?
They should have socked him harder. Just saying. If you're gonna be throwing up spoilers, people should, like that guy in Hong Kong got beat down, dude. That and more. You deserve it. All right, but just saying. But this is just saying. I wouldn't do that. I'm trying to keep it sacred, but we're warning you ahead of time. We're saying spoiler alert. Now we're gonna start spoiling shit. So just let you know.
Entire show spoilers. It's in the title, so of the podcast episode. So
here.
It's your fucking fault.
Right. So. I have questions about lots of questions off the top of this thing. So can I start throwing out questions, or you want to go over the movie, or how you want to do this, man? Your house, your rules.
I mean, we can go over the movie. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you ask a question, and I'm sure stuff will pop in my head.
All right. So I'm gonna go all the way to the end here. So like, all right. So we go through all these things. There's so many great moments that, like, you know, the dad bod Thor, and I love, you know, they had that going on in the comics too. They had all these different versions of Thor, and then this dad bod Thor here, and his moment with his mom, and it was a great family picture because it was talking a lot about families and different reactions to families, and people had kids and things were growing up. Now, note, this is setting up some cool stuff for, I'm just saying, all the way into the future, Young Avengers, right? Because we have Hawkeye, that girl, right?
Yeah.
Hawkeye's daughter is Hawkeye. For real. Yeah.
Daughter.
His daughter, the one that he was teaching her how to shoot an arrow. That chick is in the Young Avengers in the future, and same thing with Ant-Man's daughter. So his daughter is Cassie Lang, and she aged 5 years, so now she's like 15 or so, and she ends up becoming stature. So she's like a giant girl. She could get big, she could get small, and spoiler alert for the comic book. So eventually, there's some horrible stuff, and she dies. So it's crazy that, and then she ends up coming back to life and becoming this Stinger. But that's a whole another storyline and a whole.
Yeah, I mean, who knows if they're actually going to go down that route? Maybe at some point,
but there are options. There are options, and there's so many things. All right. Now let's go down by each of the little storylines and each of the characters. Yo, did you see that Howard the Duck in there? And
I read it, but I didn't see it because I was just so overwhelmed at the final battle.
It's the scene. It's the scene where Wasp shows up, and then you can see in the little corner like all the people from Guardians of the Galaxy coming through, like Reavers or whatever. They're coming in, and Howard the Duck is there with a gun. And I'm like, really? Seriously? We're going with some extra Howard the Duck? Could we have a future where there is a Howard the Duck? Either it won't be a Netflix series, but it'll probably be on that Disney app that when Disney grabs up all the Marvel.
Plus,
so it's gonna end up there.
I don't know. I mean, it's such a obscure character, and
you mark my words. One day there will be a Howard the Duck series, and people will be either loving it or hating it. But the stuff that Disney Plus is already say that they're already working on is Loki.
WandaVision, that dumb title, but I mean,
but that's because it's always Wanda in the Vision. But let's break this down first. Loki. So Loki goes through this thing, and then the Loki of what is that? Loki of 2013 or something like that. He grabs the cosmic cube and he bounces.
Yeah.
So is it going to
take that into play for his Disney Plus show?
Yeah. So is it going to be that one, or is it going to be Loki beforehand? Because Loki had existed a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it could be the one when he snagged the Tesseract and then he goes time, because I think time travel takes, as part of the show. So and then I guess he plays a part in all the important history. So it's gonna be like a Forrest Gump.
Right. He's gonna go through things and all right. Well, I wanted to see when he changes Thor into a frog, but okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do an animated version of that. That would be awesome. All right.
So you got that, and then you got WandaVision.
Yes. So all right. So they're saying it's gonna be Wanda and the Vision. Or is she gonna?
It takes place in the 50s. I'm like,
what?
How's that gonna happen? Yeah, that's what she was saying. Like, it doesn't take place in modern times. So it's either that they somehow do the time traveling thing, or this is before he dies in Infinity War and uses it it creates like a surreal setting for them to live and be happily ever after. I don't know.
Okay, all right. So, but they're saying Vision's gonna be in there. All right.
That's
so
what
go for it.
WandaVision.
And the third one that they said it was going to be Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now, originally, I was thinking that what happens is that Winter Soldier was going to become Captain America. I thought Captain America was going to die, and then I was thinking Bucky was going to take the shield, as he has in the past. And became Captain America. But they went with the old man Cap storyline and him handing it over to Sam and the Falcon becoming Captain America. Which, in the comic book, they did that, and it was an interesting run, for real.
Yeah. So maybe that will take place of Sam being kind of using the shield, but not. I guess it'll be considered Captain America. But
no. There was it was the most recent Captain America run, and lots of people. I don't know. There were some incels that were very upset. Black Captain America, that's just too much for them. Well, guess what? Hey, you got a new Black Captain America in town. Not only does he not have superpowers or anything like that. I mean, he's the Falcon. I mean, come on, got to give him. He's like Batman. Batman doesn't have any superpowers, but he'll kick some fucking ass. And then,
well, yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking. Like, would he get super bulked up, or using this
no, man, he was just being Captain America in the comic. He's just like, hey, I'm pretty much Falcon, but with a shield.
Yeah.
People.
There was going to be a Hawkeye. There was rumored to be a Hawkeye series too.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? Hawkeye really redeemed himself this time around. They used him so much. They have him doing the Ronin stuff, kicking major ass. So you know what? He became Ronin. I think it was back in the days, like Cap set him aside and said, "Hey, all right, you got your arrows and you got your bow and arrows, but if you don't have your bow and arrows, he'll kick your friggin' ass." So he had realized Cap is more than just the shield. If somebody takes away your arrow and bow and arrow, what are you gonna do? So that's when he started learning how to kick ass. Just saying.
Yeah, going into major spoilers.
Yes.
I was kind of surprised that Black Widow perished for the Skull Stone.
And there was supposed to be a Black Widow series, a movie.
There still is, but it's probably going to be a prequel.
It's going to be a prequel. Do you think they're going to show there was a second Black Widow, There was a gal that was Jack in her name in Russia, and that became a big fight in the comic book.
That could be. It could be before she joins the Avengers. It could be a kind of prequel, or it could be during that 5 years from the post snap.
Same actress or not?
Yeah, it's I think David Harbour from Stranger Things is going to be in it, and then Scarlett Johansson, and then I don't know who else, but they're doing it. I mean, they should have done it before Avengers, but
okay, well, all right. I'm all for it. I thought she was great. I thought when they were saying, there should be, she looked like she was holding it down.
Yeah.
And that she, I think. No, I'm not gonna go with that. I was actually thinking of Captain Marvel, Miss Super OP Mary Sue. I'm just throwing it out there. All right. I mean, what do you think about her? Oh no. She had the haircut in the comics, but she was just so super powerful. They just had to hold back. Let's not bring her in. We're gonna bring her in. I mean, you saw that beginning half where they just came in and just fucked Thanos just shit up. I mean, I thought, first 10 minutes, all right, the movie's done. We don't need any of the rest of the stuff. We're done? Okay, we're done. He's dead. It's okay?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, this is the first hour of the movie was pretty, it was slow, but it wasn't slow where it's oh, come on already. It was it's what we needed after Avengers Infinity War.
Yes. Give us time to process.
Yeah, and it's showing what the world was and how everything's overgrown and there's just cloudy and just wasn't.
Everybody's bummed out. There's little recovery groups for people that lost people during the snap.
Yeah, and I really like the time travel element to it. And
I love time travel. You throw time travel in a movie, I'm in.
Yeah, it felt like Back to the Future too.
Yes, and they dissed it. They dissed all the time travel movies. They were so that means Back to the Future was full of shit. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking because I knew that something was going to happen with time travel in the quantum realm. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking that, and even during watching the movie, I was like, are they going to go back in time and then erase Tony's daughter? And that's why he was not. That's why
he was just he was adamant, we got to stay 5 years in. And that's going to work out because what happens is the next film that they're going to do, I mean, not Far From Home. Far From Home is going to take place directly after the snap, and then him. Ned, Peter Parker, Ned, it seems like all his classmates all got snapped out at the same time, so they all came back in 5 years later.
Gosh, oh shit, we gotta go back to school.
Yeah. There's some students that they went to school with that graduated and stuff like that, and they're like, oh, okay, all right, fine. But all right, it makes for a good movie, so I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that's in July, I think. Yeah.
Yes, but what happens is The next film that's gonna see, this is all supposed to be taking place in, what is it, 20? Oh yeah, it's supposed to be in 2024. That's the year they're supposed to be in now, which is supposed to be 5 years from the snap.
Okay.
So 2024. So that means they say the next movie that's supposed to come out is supposed to come out in 2024. So I guess they'll be focusing on the TV shows and things like that. Maybe, maybe not. Or if they're gonna do the Avengers. Oh, Peter Gunn. Hold it, James Gunn. Sorry, I'm thinking about Peter Gunn thing. But James Gunn with his jammy. I guess if they're gonna do as Guardians of the Galaxy, I would like them to do that. I would love that.
I would like him and Rocket, Thor and Rocket were just like that was the highlight of Infinity War and Endgame. But yeah, I guess they announced it today that they might start filming it as early as next year after he does Suicide Squad. So that should be.
And that was good of him to stick around and honor his stuff and do the Suicide Squad.
That really pissed me off when they fired him.
Because he could have just bounced. He could have just said, "Screw you guys, I ain't gonna do it." But I'm sure that a boatload of money dropped on his thing. He's like, "All right, I guess I can."
I mean, are you kidding me? Just for making them? Yeah, I mean, just making the movie. And like that's what he wanted to do. Like let him finish his trilogy. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Gamora. Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't clear whether or not she got dusted or not at the end.
No.
Or she just kind of like went away.
No, she was just like, "Screw you guys," because remember, she doesn't like them. She doesn't like the Guardians of the Galaxy, and her sister stayed with them, right? Her sister stayed with the Guardians.
Yeah, Nebula, yeah.
So Nebula's with them. So and I guess the next thing will be like search for Spock, or I guess search for Gamora, or
yeah, search for Spock. Yeah, but it would be that. And then I'm sure at some point that's gonna be like the first half of the movie, trying to find her and then bringing her back, and then something will happen. But I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy that's like one of my favorite Marvel movies from the
You want to hear something really funny? Because I used to read the Guardians of the Galaxy comic. In the thing. So I was just like all like, well, these aren't the Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, where's Charlie and where's Martin X and where's all these guys over there? But you know what? They had with Sylvester Stallone and them, So I was thinking like maybe they're gonna bring them in there too. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, I like it. I like that.
I'm gonna read some of the comics. Yeah,
I highly recommend it. It was a good. The 70s and 80s were good times for comic reading and a large swath of the stuff that they're swiping and using in the future. Just saying. Now, here's a question for you. Let's jump all the way to the end where Captain America has to go and return all the stones. According to what was told to the Ancient One. The Ancient One broke it down that you have to return all of the stones to the exact time so that they don't screw up time. I mean, it's going to make all alternate timelines, but in order not to screw everybody's lives up and all the different quantum universes, he has to return everything. So he takes Mjolnir, hold on, I'm not pronouncing it right, Cap's Uru hammer, and has to return that to Asgard.
Mjolnir?
Dude, however it's pronounced. His hammer. All right. So he has to return that, right? He has to return that, and he has to return all the stones. So what happens when he goes to return the Soul Stone, and he sees that the Red Skull's holding that shit down over there?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
He goes to Volmir, and he's going to be like, okay, let me return it to Volmir, and the Red Skull's like, oh, hello, Captain. How are you doing? Yeah. That's not going to go over too good with the Cap. He's like, oh, just hand the stone over to me.
Well, when I was originally seeing the movie, I was thinking that like when Bucky's like, oh, look over there, I thought he was going to somehow it wasn't going to be him, it was going to be Black Widow, and like he exchanged himself for her and like did something, but I guess it just didn't work that way. But I'm happy with the way that he did it.
Let a captain live, man. He's lived his life so many times. He lost so much time. He got his time back.
It was fitting. It was very fitting.
And it was good to see Peggy Carter because you know what? She was awesome. Her TV series was awesome.
Yeah,
it kicked ass over Inhumans anyway. I mean. No,
I didn't even watch it. I knew it was bad.
Trust me, man. Inhumans. Yo, you know what was good? Crystal. And the dog, Lockjaw. Crystal. I think Crystal marries Pietro. What's his name's brother? Scarlet Witch's brother in the comic book. But he doesn't exist in that universe, so
okay.
Yeah, so Inhumans tied all the way up into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is one of my favorite shows, and I'm glad they're coming back in July, doing another season in there.
It's the final season, I think.
They always say it's the final season, but then they said that last season was the final season, but it was just so awesome they just had to add another season.
I didn't like any of the space stuff. I just felt like a bad '90s sci-fi show.
I like bad '90s sci-fi, so sorry they had me in.
I like the earlier stuff. The stuff with Hydra.
Yeah. Well, it was good, and that Hail Hydra scene was so awesome in the elevator.
Oh, yeah, elevator. Yeah,
that whole scene was like they really paid off that, and then they paid it off because that Hail Hydra in the comics when they said, oh yeah, Cap was a Hydra agent. BS, he couldn't be. He's too much of a Boy Scout. But just to see him do that, and that whole fight between the two Caps, that was so great. Yeah. And he's just like, I could do this all day. And he's like, yeah, I know.
And he's like, "Oh, America's ass."
Yeah, exactly. That was good. There
were so many funny moments in
come a long way.
It was just like with Rocket going, like when they're all like tense trying to test out stuff, and then like Dr. Hulk kind of.
Oh yeah, Professor Hulk. You know what I'm thinking? So now that their Hulk is coming back in the fold and stuff, I think they have to wait a little bit longer to be able to use Hulk in a movie. But let this be a situation where we could, now that we have a nice intelligent Hulk, can we like move into like getting a She-Hulk thing going on there? She-Hulk's pretty intelligent. Just saying. Can we do this? I'd like that.
That'd be kind of cool. Mm-hmm. But the way that they did the graphics of Thor were like excellent.
He looked great. He looked like him, but Hulk.
Yeah.
So that was
Ruffalo, green and bulky.
Yeah, that looked fantastic.
We mentioned before the fat Thor stuff was great.
Dad bod Thor. I like it. And it was good. Like, he was unapologetic about it. It's just like, he was like Lebowski because he had the sweater, like the Lebowski sweater. That was just great. I thought it was fantastic. And more of that. I hope he doesn't lose the weight. I hope he just keeps on, like, just being
I was telling my wife, I'm like, hey, you're married to Thor now.
Yeah, baby.
Like,
there's going to be a lot of...
snap.
Expect a lot of Thor cosplay now because there's a lot of fanboys that are going to go represent. I can do that. I got that Thor bod now. Right on.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. More notes. Okay. Upcoming stuff for Marvel because this could move into things. Now, what do you think's next for Marvel? Now that they've shut this, they've kind of put this nice, neat little bow on this thing. What do you think's the next thing that they got? I mean, obviously, they have Black Panther 2 coming, right?
Probably Doctor Strange 2.
Okay.
I think they're probably going to start announcing stuff, I think, for the D23, I think in August, I think it is. So we'll probably get more ideas of probably the Guardians. They announced the Eternals with the...
Eternals. Ava, isn't that Ava DuVernay doing directing for that? Oh, no. She's doing the DC one. What's the... Oh. What's not the Eternals? What's the one with with Metron and all that stuff? I'm thinking Forever People. No, I'm screwing those guys up, man. The one where what's his name?
Comics.
Mr. Miracle, Big Barda, and all that crew. Ava DuVernay is going to be directing that. So.
And then Kumail's going to be in it too, I guess, for the Eternals. Mm-hmm. So that should be interesting. So that's a few movies. I'm sure at some point there's going to be Fantastic Four. They'll probably do Fantastic Four before X-Men.
Yes, really? You think?
Because
they gotta wait. They gotta wait for this past X-Men and New Mutants, which I think is going direct to video. I mean, I'm hearing that.
Yeah, it's like maybe in August, but I think it's been pushed back a bunch of times.
Macy
Williams is like, I don't know.
Yeah, Macy Williams as Wolfsbane. That's good casting right there. But okay, all right, do what you gotta do.
I know nothing about it, so
I loved me some New Mutants back in the day. So, but you know what? Wipe the slate clean with all the X-Men stuff. Recast everybody. It's okay. Do what you gotta do.
And let people let it simmer for a little while.
Like they did for Fantastic Four. We don't remember Killmonger as Johnny Human Torch anymore. We don't remember that. No.
Uncle Chickless as
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the thing, the film before. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We forgot all that. No.
I feel like they'll do a better job with, hopefully.
Because Marvel has a nice technique now. You hear that, DC? Marvel has a technique now. I would say, take that thing and do that. I mean, that's kind of what they did for Aquaman. Like, if Black Panther never came out, you would not have seen the Aquaman looking like that. I mean, is it me?
I don't know. Aquaman was pretty good.
It was, but did you feel it was influenced a little bit by Black Panther, just a little bit?
No, I didn't get that.
No, okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think of anything. I just thought like, oh, they're finally making a fun movie for a change. It's not making all.
Well, Shazam was kind of fun.
Shazam was, I think, one of the best. I reviewed that like last month or so on the podcast, but yeah, I thought it was one of the better DC movies in a while.
So I think after that, it's going to be what Wonder Woman 1984, or are they going to do the what's next on for DC?
I think it's Wonder Woman.
Oh, that Joker independent film.
That looks excellent, though.
It does, but you know,
as soon as
I want everything to be congealed together.
I was like, ooh, that sounds good.
Well, I hope we'll see. I like Joaquin Phoenix.
See. I think it's gonna be. I think that would be a dark kind of movie, and it just looked very like this will probably be nominated for an Oscar or something like that.
Wow, wouldn't that be crazy? Once the like superhero films.
Black Panther can get nominated.
Yeah, happen. We'll see. Not just for special effects.
I love Black Panther, but I'm like, for Best Picture, I don't know, but I think Avengers Endgame could be
definitely Avengers Endgame will definitely take it for Best Special Effects, hands down.
And maybe even Robert Downey Jr. Like
let's give him. I'd give him an Oscar for me personally. Yeah.
For being like holding up being the glue of the MCU.
Yeah, I was kind of weepy. I was verklempt there.
I cried.
Yeah. You know what? I shut a man tear. No, when I saw him, like he did, like when Thanos thought he had it, like he got the snap and he's like, what the fuck? And then he saw like they were missing. It's just I was loving it. So, but here's my question. How did he snatch those things out there? I mean, did he just like magnetize them into his thing? Like,
it's just
he just victim off of him when he wasn't looking.
Sometimes you can't you don't want to
just go with it.
You just want to just go with it.
Yeah, I was
and
just
then
going with
Iron Man.
Yeah, that looked so dope.
But what got me wasn't necessarily because I knew he was gonna die. Like I just for him and Captain America, I just knew weren't going to be in any more movies because Chris Evans wanted to direct.
Yeah. And I know Downey wants to do another Sherlock Holmes before he gets too old. So yeah.
But what got me was with Gwyneth Paltrow. She's like, it's okay, we'll be okay, kind of thing. And that's like what everyone says when you lose someone. And it's like. Yeah, it's like I started crying for that.
Exactly. And her character, I hope we'll be seeing her. Her character is named Rescue, right? That's in the comic books. Pepper Potts has armor, and she's called Rescue. So
yeah, but I thought she had some other superpower that was in Iron Man 3, where it was kind of like she kind of like exploded, kind of thing.
Oh right. She had this. I don't know. It's so whack. You know what? That one was not my more favorite Iron Man film.
No, and neither was Thor: Dark World.
Dude, don't even get me started on Dark World. No, they kept making everybody linger on Thor: Dark World. I'm like, you guys are cold-blooded because everybody snaps on Thor: Dark World for being the absolute worst of all the Marvel films. Just saying. Yeah,
and I was rewatching. I rewatched it from Avengers, and I'm like, I'm skipping over Iron Man 3 and Dark World.
Yes, exactly. That's what I would be skipping too. But yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. What do you think about Captain Marvel in this one? Because it was just the first time that she filmed that as that character.
Right.
So I felt she was a little wooden in this one, as opposed to Captain Marvel. I thought she was better in it.
Like, right. She did. So you're saying she filmed that first and then filmed Captain Marvel second, so she was already comfy with being Carol Danvers.
So it just felt kind of like very wooden, her acting.
Well,
it was still some bad scenes that she did. But.
Well, all right, I'll accept her for her Mary Sue overpoweredness, but you know what? I was always a big fan of Monica Rambeau, and I was thinking that she'd get more to do and get some superpowers and get all up in there. Whether they're calling her Photon, whether they're calling her whatever Spectrum, whatever names that they have for her, she was the original. Well, she wasn't Ms. Marvel, but she was definitely the original Captain Marvel as Captain Marvel, and Marvel kept on swiping it back, like, let's just take it away. Let's just take it away. Racism? I'm just asking. I'm just throwing it out there. I always ask.
I think. And I think they're also going to be doing an Asian character. I forget who it was.
Who could it be?
I don't know.
Oh, hold it. Yo, wait a second. Yeah, Shang-Chi. Weren't they going to do Master of Kung Fu? Yo, that was my jam. Seriously, I used to love that comic book. And you know what? I was really sad. Well, they got a director for it right now. And I think they should get some new talent. What I think is that Netflix really dropped the ball on, like, they were too busy being invested in that Iron Fist thing instead of like overlooking that they had Daughters of the Dragon, and they could have did that with Misty Knight and Colleen Wing and just doing that. They had a thing there that they could have did. Just saying. I'd watch that.
Iron Fist was just horrible, and the only time that series only worked was when he was with Luke Cage.
Yep.
So they could have done like the Defenders or
Heroes for Hire.
Hire.
If they just did that. And just did that, you could have that there, and you could have Misty and Colleen and do Daughters of the Dragon. Have those two separately like that. That would work perfectly for me.
Yeah, so maybe they'll do that for Disney Plus, or
I would like that.
Disney's gonna be buying Hulu, so maybe they'll go there. For
really?
Oh
yeah, because they got Runaways over there already, so they got ideas. They got ideas. But let's see.
Now we drink some of my Disney drink, and then
well, it will all be owned by Disney. Disney will be Skynet. Let us just accept that. All right. Here's some questions for you. No Vision? No, seriously, they're leaving Vision dead for now, or will they bring him back? I don't know.
Yeah, that was kind of well, maybe there's something with the series. I don't know, but it seemed like he was dead as a doornail.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. There is questions. Yes.
Let's go about the movie. So, was there any scenes that like made you clap out loud?
Hell. Yeah,
Captain America with the hammer. Right?
Yes, because that was a callback to like when there was a Avengers and JLA team up, and they have that picture of George Perez drew that, of him with the hammer and the shield and the whole thing. I was like, yeah, baby. All right, just saying, that was some dope stuff. And he's worthy. He's worthy.
Yeah.
He has all the best intentions. He's the last Boy Scout. Just saying,
and
that was my favorite.
Thor was like, I knew it.
Yeah, and I was just like, when I saw that, I was like, yeah! People were freaking the heck out in the theater, really.
That part, and then the girl power scene. When
they all came out
at the same time.
Yeah, and the whole On Your Left thing when Falcon comes out, Black Panther, you get everybody. Yeah, it was so good. They had everybody representing. Everybody got theirs in, so I was glad to see that. Yeah. Just saying here.
Going to talk about the two things that we're talking about, Avengers and Game of Thrones, but the battle scene was both of them were just so damn dark. I'm like, I definitely need to see Avengers again, just because it was so fast moving.
Yes, I have to see it again too, and they get all my money for that. And I was thinking when I was looking at this, what it really harkened to me. Did you ever read what is it? Alex Ross. He drew this great thing, Kingdom Come. Painted.
I knew about the artist, but
I think it was. I'm not sure. It was Mark. I think it was Mark Waid on the writing. That was one of the best comics ever. And it was beautifully painted. And when that scene where Cap is there and he tightens up his shield and he's ready to like go against Thanos, like no matter what, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Everybody and their moms is all coming out to try and get him, and he's just like, F it. If this is the way I'm going out, I ain't going out like no punk. He's ready. He's in there. And then I just saw that, and Falcon's all like, on your left. I was like, yeah, baby. Everybody showed up. It was on. It was on and popping, for real, literally.
Doctor Strange was the clutch player. He was the one that just brought everyone there.
He knew. He knew ahead of time. Yeah. He was on top of the thing. Always.
And he's like, one chance. Yep. That's it to Tony. And Tony just, all right.
Yeah. And then it's like, one chance. And then, of course, he fucking blows it. Right?
Wait, what?
Hold it, right? When he said, you got one chance to get this right, and then they screwed up the thing, and he has to go, we have to go back in time. But that gave him that great moment with his dad. Yeah,
that was actually, I saw most of it, and that was actually the tail end of it is when I had to go take a pee. I knew it was like an hour and a half to go. I'm like, I'm not going to have to go pee during this battle. I know that's when it was going to come. Mm. Did you have to go to the bathroom during the movie?
Yeah. No, I did not. I had to go like a racehorse afterwards, but I went before, limited my liquids, and then watched the whole thing, and then went like a racehorse afterwards. But that scene with him and his dad, it was so great. Just like I was just loving that. I was feeling. Oh, here's something really funny about this whole thing. I started getting like. After the day after, I started getting these mad phone calls from my sister-in-law, and I'm like, oh snap, maybe something happened to my family. She's calling like crazy, and like hung up and calling like crazy. I'm like, yo, you all right? And she started texting me. She's like, I'm so sad that Iron Man died. I was like, what the hell? I thought my family was in danger. But then I just texted back, yeah, me too. Like for real, we're all
glad that she didn't spoil it for you.
Yeah, exactly. No, but she knew I was seeing that early. I don't play when it comes down to comic book stuff. I don't play. I'm just doing this thing.
I just told my brother saw it before me, and I'm like, just tell me if you liked it. He's like, some like, some love, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Some like, some love. That's nice.
I'm like, the movie was perfect for me. He's like, well, I didn't really like the first hour, and I'm like, get
well, you had 2 good hours then. If you didn't like the first hour, you got 2 more hours. That's fine.
I'm like, I don't know. I thought it was just a perfect ending for like. It just felt like a series finale or season finale.
Yes, so it got everybody in there. No stone was left unturned. I'm like checking my notes to see if there's any other things that I think should have been. Oh, all right. Here's something that I really took umbrage with that I did not like too much. All right, so let me get this straight. The truck is in the van. A rat flips the switch so that Ant-Man comes out.
The rat is the MVP, man.
Wait, so that rat flips the switch.
I don't know if he walked on it.
He walked
because it was open already.
Okay.
That's what it looked like to me, anyway.
Okay.
See, again, don't need to question these things. Just go with it.
Go with it. All right. If that is the thing that makes everything else go fine. That's the first domino. That's a first. I could overlook that.
Yeah. So like a picture of the rat. It's like.
But I'm acknowledging that. That is really, really shoddy workmanship in the beginning there. All right.
Gotta mention the score from Alan Silvestri. It was just, I thought it was
everything. They called back to so many different different things.
Like, that was like one of my complaints early on with the Marvel movies is the scores weren't like recognizable. And finally they have an Avengers theme, and then they didn't really use it for Age of Ultron, and then they brought it back again. I'm like, yes, now you just hum it. It's the same thing as Game of Thrones.
Exactly. It evokes the thing, and I tell you, like even when I watch other shows, even talking about like Avengers, because as soon as after I'm always watching like because I want to see other like there's somebody that's watching this right now because they like to vicariously live through it again by watching other people talk about it. And I would watch other people talk about it. I'd get all choked up and all misty. I was like watching Kevin Smith talk about it, other people talking about it. And
Kevin Smith cries about everything.
Yeah, I was feeling all weepy too. All right, we'll see if we'll eke out a man tear afterwards.
I had a salad today.
When we get it's all good. That vegan lifestyle, living clean. I'm just going over there for that. All right. How about? Do you want to start hitting the throne?
Yeah, let's get to the throne.
So let me see. Any other thing? Yeah, exactly. So let's shift gears over here. We're going to shift gears over to Game of Thrones. So turn up your brightness.
Yeah.
Because things are getting dark as all get out.
Man, was your TV pixelated too? Like
yes, it was.
It was like the dragon scenes. It's HBO. They dropped the ball.
No, it's all good. I'm sure. You got to watch it again and again and again. So it's okay. We'll see if it's pixelated again.
Well, that's what I said to my wife, Kristen, before the episode ended.
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay, I'm not seeing this episode again because it's way too intense. But now that I know that it's somewhat happy ending, and
everybody likes a happy ending.
I started clapping like crazy when Arya got the Night King.
Yo, that was crazy because I was just like, what? Nobody saw that coming.
It was going to be Jon or somebody.
Yeah,
I really think he was going to win.
So now, yeah, exactly. I thought there was a case of that. I thought they were talking like kidnapping Bran, or everybody had all these different fan theories about how this was going to go.
Bypass it, go to King's Landing.
And go to King's Landing, and then maybe take up with Cersei. Who knows? But here's a question for you. I'm going to throw this one right now. Now, do you know the books and all that stuff, or just strictly okay? So, what about the Azor High? Like, what's up with that?
Oh, I don't know.
All right,
it could be. Yeah.
See, that's what people are saying. Like my sister's crazy into Thrones for real. She's like, we go over this stuff, and she said, "Yo, what if Azor High is Arya for real? It could be." Yo, she's descended from Stark. And now who knows? I think she might have half a Baratheon kid in her. Could be. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Right. She get. Somebody posted. They said, "Hey, it's pretty good. She got that power up from Homeboy over there. That gave her the strength to do that."
Hey, if I was in battle, that's certainly what I would be doing.
Mm-hmm. Heck yeah, she's like, I ain't gonna hang out with you guys. I'm getting laid. Screw that. Power it up.
Well, let's go back to the very beginning of the episode where they had that awesome continuous shot.
Yeah, Sam is walking around. Sam is scared. Sam's nervous.
And Melisandre shows up.
Yes.
That was such a badass scene when they just light up all the swords.
Yeah.
And it was even more haunting when all of them just got distinguished out.
Yeah. So so you're saying all the Dothraki blood riders, they're dead. They're dead. That is.
And then it's like see Ghost running there, but then I'm like, oh, I guess Ghost died.
They show Ghost in another scene in the previews. Yeah.
And then same thing with I think Sam's still alive, but we don't know.
How did Sam survive? All right. Sam was always like nervous about like that, and he survived. All right, here's people that I was like, yo, they survived. Grey Worm survived. How did Tormund survive? He didn't have any like. All right, Brienne had Brienne had Jaime's back. Jaime had Brienne's back. Who had Tormund's back? Nobody, and he survived. Is he a berserker or something like that? The free folk, they don't play.
It's just like a pile of bodies, and it's a giant's milk, man.
Yeah, all right, I guess I gotta give him those props for real. All right,
but then of course everyone that tries to save Sam, like Pip.
Yeah, Ed.
And John sees Sam crying, and he's like, "See ya."
Yeah, dude, do something, and he's just like, all right. He's gonna feel some guilt. Hey, here's a question: Does he get his sword back now that Jorah passed on?
Well, he can, but he said before like he
can't lift it.
Yeah.
But it goes back to the family. I mean, they're not like does he get his house back? Does he get his house back? Because his brother and his dad are dead, got fried by Daenerys.
Technically, I mean, the Night's Watch is pretty much gone now.
Yeah.
The Lord Commander
So he could get his house back.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, do they just like kick out do they kick out like the Tarly's mom and his sister and stuff like that? They lose their house.
They were at least nice to him. It was his dad that was.
Yeah, but like as soon as they fried them, they take their house and they take their stuff and they divvy it up among the people. Just saying.
Yeah, well, they're still alive, so I don't know.
Here's another house that I'm very curious. What happens to the House of Mormon? Because now that Jorah's dead and the little bear is dead, man,
she went out like a badass.
She really did. Killed a friggin' giant. That is awesome.
Like, oh no,
she'll be doing
her body.
Crushed. But yo, she'll be doing all the. And when she turned into a white, I was like, no.
Yeah,
but
I was definitely predicting that someone that we liked was going to be turned. I thought it would be Jaime or somebody.
Nah, Jaime's making it all the way to the finals, I would say, because I think it's going to come down to this. I was just discussing here's I'll do a little fan theory with you. Here's my thing. First, it's going to come down to Bronn trying to kill Tyrion and Jaime, and he's going to he'll kill Tyrion. And then Jaime will be like, fuck, and kill him. And then he'll go all the way to Cersei and try to kill Cersei. And then he's like, I'm carrying the other guy's baby, but it's really Jaime's baby. But she's going to say it's the other guy. And then he'll kill her because he's the Kingslayer. So he doesn't give a fuck. He'll kill her even though it's his sister. And then she'll be like, biatch, that was really your kid. Ooh.
Yeah, and there's also theories like Arya will take Jaime's face and kill Cersei or something like that. I know. For some reason, I still think that the Night King's stuff will come into play somehow by the end of it. I'm thinking like either like, what if a human on the show got stabbed with dragonglass? Like, does it have to be the Children of the Forest that have to do it in order to make that person turn into it? So it could be like a Night Queen, maybe like Cersei or Daenerys turns bad. I don't know. Or like,
so you think it'll turn into a Mad Queen sort of situation, eh?
Yeah, like what about like what if Bran somehow turns evil, or maybe he's like the puppet master behind everything?
Yeah, you know what? He was on top of that shit because when this is a perfect thing that my sister pointed out to me. She said, brand new. When the Night King rolled up to him and he was gonna kill him, he's just like, yeah, he's just like, no, dude. And what happens is because he gave Arya the thing. He's like, I don't need this knife. You could have it. Yeah. He was playing her all along. He gave that to her because he knew she was going to do this.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
He's just saying.
Yeah. So, what the fuck was he doing the entire time?
He was working into. I mean, he was working into those ravens later on. But what was he doing before that?
The dragons.
The dragons. Yeah, I want to see some working into some dragons, man.
Like, yeah, you'd think he'd be doing some badass things. Like, no, he's just sitting there with crows checking out the scene.
You know what? I think he was doing something, but it hasn't been revealed yet. It's kind of like that whole conversation between him and Tyrion. It has not come into play. But I think he dropped some serious knowledge on Tyrion that Tyrion's going to be using later on. So,
I have a question for you.
Yes.
How did Arya get past the White Walkers and all of like the Night King and the White Walkers that did nothing the entire fucking episode. Mm-hmm. They just stood there. It's like you think they would like be battling, but they all just kind of stood there in the back.
Yeah, well, they all showed up and they like
at the same time. Yeah.
So my theory is that she came up from the back. Like, you know how you always have the constant maps of, they're always showing the map of what Winterfell looks like, right? Yeah. So I think she came from like around the tree, and then she's just like she's waiting for her moment to get, when he gets close enough. No, she came from behind him. Yeah, and that's between her and the other knights. She
stuck up on John, so I mean that could.
Yeah, she is that badass. She is super. She's another Mary Sue that's all sorts of awesome. But I'll give it to her because she's all sorts of awesome. She's my favorite character.
And then my friend
and
Ray was like, oh, Arya will take the face of a White Walker and kill.
You can't. They, like, they shatter. They shatter if
they shatter. So I don't know. But I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, that wasn't true, but. Mm-hmm. It would have been cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard those theories too. That was not working out like
unless you like put snow or paint her face blue.
Nah.
But yeah, I mean something maybe like that happened where she just kind of just had like Legolas kind of feet and just was very light.
Well, yeah, she's very light. She's nimble. She's nimble. All right. So here's my question. I have a couple of theories here. Oh, here's my question. Why does Melisandre just give up in the end? Just takes off her glamour thing and just goes.
Because she knew that this was her purpose, was to help them out.
All along.
And then she just was like, all right, the big terror of Westeros in the world is over, is done. Mm-hmm. So she's like, I'm out. And
so like that guy that got resurrected a whole bunch of times. It was his mission to save Arya.
Yeah, Beric Dondarrion. Yeah.
And I guess the Hound too.
That was special. See, in the book, I was thinking he was going to do this because in the book he goes and gives Catelyn Stark the kiss, and then he gives his life to her.
Oh, so she becomes a Stoneheart.
Stoneheart.
Yeah, right.
But I was thinking that they might have used that for like Arya or somebody else if she got killed. So that didn't happen. So I was like, but I'm like, he still went out. I saw a funny meme today. It was like Hodor, and he's holding the door.
Yeah.
Like Beric is like, barricade.
You know what I was thinking? Like, since they were in the crypt and obviously they resurrect people from the dead, I thought we were going to see some of those people in the crypt.
We saw
but I want to see specific people. Specific people.
Well, Ned was old bones. He would have been old, and then I don't think Catelyn Stark's body was returned, or Robb. Like Robb's
right, his was desecrated and stuff like that.
Wolf on his head. So I'm like, that would have been actually kind of creepy to see, like a wolf.
A wolf-headed, what you call it? Yeah, I don't think they would have buried him like that.
But everyone was saying about the crypts that they were just going to be like, why is that the safest place?
Yeah, how did Varys survive? Like, Varys and all those kids. I'm like, really? They're surviving? Okay, fine.
Just all the major players that were down there survived, but all the red shirts died.
Yeah, exactly. What about that little kid with the messed up face? She alive?
I don't know.
She was feisty.
Yeah, but she didn't do shit.
Yeah, you should have gave her a sword. Yeah, I bet you would have been in on that. All right, so here's my question. Now, let's go over the thing. So, what do we have left? All those people got friggin' killed. All the Dothraki, the Blood Riders,
Unsullied.
A lot of the Unsullied are dead. So, what does Daenerys have? What do Team Winterfell have against?
Probably go to Glover's house. Not Danny Glover.
Oh yeah, for not helping. They're gonna knock on the door and be like, "You fuckers didn't help. You better give us some people." And like, we got like 10 people.
Yeah, like, where the fuck were you, man?
And they're like, So okay.
So it could be like some of those people, but I mean, a lot of the people north of Winterfell got killed, so you can't count on that.
Yeah, House of Umber done. All these other people done.
But I think the next episode we're probably going to be kind of like a tame episode, which thankfully that is.
Yeah, because they got to gather their they got to gather their resources and get ready. It's got to be like a training montage because they got to they only got so many people, so they got to start like working out and like.
It's on fire.
Yeah, exactly. Do their stretches like
Rocky training.
Yeah.
Montage.
Because they have to go against the Golden Company. The Golden Company are not pushovers. And then you got homeboys.
You still got Yara.
Yeah, so Yara is going to be holding on the Iron Islands, and that's going to be helpful too. But
also, I mean, I wonder if Dario comes into play.
Really? All right. Yeah, that's going far back. Is he still holding down Marine?
Yeah, apparently.
Right,
So she's the one that left him with him. So like he could come into play with that coming, and then Yara, I'm sure will do something.
But that is not enough for that crew. That's a lot of people. So, and Homegirl has all the. Doesn't she have Dragonfire too?
I don't know if she used it all on the Deceptive Barrel or whatever.
Right, when she blew up the yeah.
So maybe she still has that. But she's devious.
Yeah, I bet she'd rather destroy it all than have them take it.
One thing she doesn't have is elephants, though.
Yes. Well, maybe it'll come into play. All right, but she does have the scorpions. So the scorpions. So she's gonna try to take out the dragons.
Right.
And they say both of them are okay. So
yeah. So I guess
both Drogon and Rhaegal are both okay, and then Viserys is done. Is done. Right?
Like Drogon was just doing like the flying, and he's like.
But I love that he like when she was crying over Jorah, he like Drogon just came in and kind of just took her under the wing, as it were. That was sweet.
Yeah, he went out with a blaze of glory. That was a good way to go out instead of grayscale.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It was a great finish, and now he's off to go play Batman for Titans now.
Right. Yeah, I saw that. So I think him and Richard Dormer, who plays Barrick, would be excellent in the new Star Wars trilogy that D&D are doing. Because they're doing Old Republic, so they'll be doing
So this isn't The Mandalorian. You're talking about some other stuff.
No, this is talking about the creators of Game of Thrones are doing a trilogy for Star Wars.
What? Okay, I'm all for it.
So and it's rumored that it takes place in the Old Republic. So I can see those guys would be perfect Jedi.
Bring them in.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see who they get from Game of Thrones to be in Star Wars.
Yeah, because you know that they're going to use all their people.
It just works, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's like you pick any director or something like that. Like you think like they pick all the like David Lynch. He's going to pick all his people. Like everybody picks their people. So.
How the hell did Brienne, Pod, and like Torment, all of them just survive? They were just survived.
Well, like I said, Brienne survived because Jaime had her back, and then vice versa. They had each other's back. There was.
But they each at one point during like.
I thought they were dead. I thought they were gonna die because when the people came in, they came in like.
And like we didn't see Sam, but we see him I think standing in the trailer. So. But he looked like he was in bad shape too, and then John was just cornered by the dragon.
Everybody has PTSD in this show. Everybody.
Yeah, the Hound, and then finally like.
Yeah. He was just like, because he got burned as a kid, so But you know what? We need him to get all the way. He'll get all the way to the end, because he's gonna friggin' kill that mountain. There ain't no not dying from that. He might die. He might die, but that fucker is undead. Whatever. What did he say when he saw it? Like, whatever the hell you are right now, you gonna die. I'm killing your ass.
That will be the fan service that will happen. I hope.
Yes, we've all been waiting for this. That's like Battle of the Bastards and Clegane Bowl. That's what everybody's hoping.
We haven't talked about Theon. I mean, we knew he was a goner,
but he was a good man. His full redemption arc.
Yeah,
full redemption arc.
Saving Sansa.
Yeah, like when Sansa gave him that hug. He knew like he was like 100% good again. Like he done did good. And then like, Bran confirmed it. He said, "You're a good man."
I'm surprised not a lot of more people didn't die though. I was like expecting.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, all the people that survived, but I guess
we got 3 more episodes, so get ready.
So
get ready for more death.
Where would you?
Yeah.
I was gonna mention something else, but I'll bring that up later. I mean, I thought Ramin's score was excellent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, please.
The last 8 minutes of it when the Night King, and it was very it reminded me of the Light of the Seven, the one that he did when Cersei blew up the thing.
Yes. Yeah, Septum, right.
Have you seen Game of Thrones in concert yet?
No, did you go?
I saw twice.
Wow.
They're back-to-back years, and I actually took photos of it.
Well, I'm sure they'll be doing it again. So
yeah, and I highly recommend it. It's just like it's like a rock.
Do they show footage with it?
Yeah, they have a big screen, and then it was the first year they did it was a lot more bigger production when I saw it at the Garden, and then they had like flames and like the dragon fire and like.
Now they realize that they don't really have to do much; just play the music, everybody's into it.
Yeah, so it was a little like smaller production, but it was still cool. Like they had the fiddle player like being raised up to the to the rafters playing and stuff. It was just so awesome to see. So I highly recommend if he comes around again, which I'm sure he will because it was such a big hit, for his concerts. And he's like playing the guitar, he's playing like the organ, and it's like it was a great experience. So definitely check it out, and it's worth the money.
Right on. I'm down with that.
So the score, but where would you rank this battle as with
what?
Because it wasn't my favorite.
Oh well, yeah. I bet I know which ones you're. What's the one where Jon Snow got like just totally? Oh, was that the Battle of the Bastards where they all got like? He's just like, oh, gotta get out of here.
It's like the Battle of Blackwater was cool. The Battle of the Wall was great.
Well, I'm not a big nautical battle fan. So okay. Blackwater is not for me. But that whole Battle of the Bastards thing, that was good.
I am, and it was really tough to see what was going on. Which I know I get what they were trying to do, but I just wish they lit it a little bit better, like they did with the previous battles. Mm-hmm. It was just like I get it with the smoke and just the claustrophobia.
I mean, even the dragons like bumped into each other. I thought that was great because that gotta happen
on the viewer. But once they got out, like the shots, once they got out of the clouds, were just so beautiful. Like, give me that screenshot and put it in a frame, and I'll take that. Yeah,
so beautiful.
But the special effects were great. It just was like it was just too
they got to submit if they're gonna submit anything for awards. It would that be? But I bet they got a little bit more. They got some more.
But it just was so intense and so it felt like a horror movie at times. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm like. I'm not a horror fan, mm-hmm. So it was like it did feel like The Walking Dead a little bit.
Yeah. I don't really watch Walking Dead, but they were all super fast Walking Dead.
This is like scary. This is scary zombies.
I don't like scary zombies. Zombies fast. I don't like it. I like a nice slow. Like I could outrun a zombie.
And they're doing like the World War Z thing, climbing up on the
yeah. That was some scary.
And that was so creepy when like they
just started dropping on the fire.
On the flame, to smother the flames.
Yeah.
They had such shit defense for that castle. I mean, I guess they was kind of sprung up on them because Tormund was like, they're coming, kind of thing. But yeah, I wouldn't rank this one, and I was kind of disappointed in it in a way, but at the same time, I think I'll appreciate it better the second time watching.
Right. Second viewing, much like Endgame. I think maybe a second viewing will make things even better.
Probably, and that's what I've heard. But
I chart out 3 more hours of my life.
All right, so I think we're winding down here, but let's do some predictions.
Yeah, predictions for the future. Yara's gonna come in there and kick some ass because she's got to get it. She's got to get her vengeance on.
Yeah, I think she's got to kill Euron. I think that's just
She got to kill the living f out of that dude. So it's gonna be them. It's gonna be that Clegane Bowl, and then Jaime is gonna. I really think that Jaime's gonna kill Cersei. I mean, everybody wants to kill Cersei, but I think it's got to be Jaime because
that also pissed me off that she survives.
That would be the worst.
Yeah,
But hold it. So here's my question. Remember how Qyburn said that he has something planned for Daenerys? Or do you think they're going to come to that? I think Daenerys is going to get kidnapped or something bad is going to happen to her. Or they're going to snatch her up and hurt her.
I don't know about that. But I think they probably... Yeah, I don't know.
He's got something planned, he said. So between that and the Scorpions... So I think he's going to kill another dragon. Could he use
the Scorpion thing and have it shoot out wildfire? I don't know.
We'll see. Well, 3 episodes, so a lot could happen.
Yeah, so I think it'll probably be a quiet episode, and each episode's like 82 minutes now. So going forward, so that's nice. Mm-hmm. And then episode 5 is the same director as the battle, so it should be another
big battle,
and then kind of the political shit. The final, and then final,
and then it'll be the wrap up, and then I think they do an episode after that, which is going to be the preview to the next series. Is that true or no?
Wait, for what?
Then they say there's 3 episodes to go. 3 episodes to go, right? And then they say the next week after, are they doing a preview for the? Do they have the other series ready to roll? No, not yet.
I don't even think they filmed it yet. I think they cast it. Maybe they're filming, but I don't know.
All right.
Well, it was rumored to be called The Long Night, which this episode was called. So I don't know. But I think I don't know. I don't see Daenerys living. I think she's going to be dead.
You think she's going to? Really? Oh yeah. And then
I think she's just like.
They kept on saying things like this never turn out well.
Yeah, so I think like she's just gonna turn on John, and she's gonna want the
Are they gonna be all paranoid of each other? But
maybe
then,
I don't know. It's like
who do you see in the top 3? Who do you think is gonna be left in the end?
um, oof. I think Sansa will live.
I think Sansa's gonna become Ward of the North.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
Because she's fighting too hard for the friggin' North. She fought for the North every step of the way, so she is North all the way, baby.
Well, at some point, I mean, I guess at this point, Sam's gonna live because he survived this battle.
And you know what? I think he's the person that's gonna collectively. He's the memory of this whole thing. He's the collective memory of this thing, and the person that probably documents this whole thing.
Sadly, I think Tyrion's gonna die.
Yep.
I think
too smart to live.
That's gonna suck. See, that's what this episode didn't really have. It didn't have like a shock moment besides Arya killing. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of like waiting for someone like Tyrion or somebody else to get like tragically killed, and it just didn't happen. I mean, it's like everyone that got killed, you kind of expected.
Yeah, and even Melisandre, like when she walks in and the Onion Knight is like, she's like, dude, you ain't killing me. I'll be dead before this is over, bro. That's all right.
And you know what pissed me off is they showed her name in the credits. Like they should have just left it out.
Right.
I hate when they do that.
Keep people guessing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I guess she's gonna be in it now, fuckers. Yeah, it's like
there's somebody approaching. It must be her because she hasn't showed up in the plot yet. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's like, I don't. What do you think? Do you think there will be an Iron Throne by the end of it?
Oh, there's a concept. Will it all get destroyed?
Yeah,
and everybody will have to fend for themselves.
Or if John wins, he's like let everyone rule each kingdom, and he doesn't want because he doesn't want to be a king.
He doesn't want to be a king. No way. So my theory is, like I said, Sansa handles the North, and the North is pretty damn big. Really. Yeah. That's why everybody's always trying to get the North on. The North always has to bend the knee because the North is so damn big. So Sansa gets the North, and then I think either maybe one of the Lannister boys have to survive so they could run like Lannisters because Cersei's dying for sure. Tyrion's dying. You think they're all dying?
Yeah, it's just like the Reigns of Castamere. Just wiped out the whole entire family.
Right, and nobody will ever remember them again. That'll be ironic. An ironic ending. So, okay, I'll go with that. I go with that. So let's see. What other houses are there? I guess the Ironborn, at least one Ironborn has got to live. Can we have an Ironborn? Anybody? Is there anybody there?
Yeah, I mean...
God, imagine Yara gets knocked out. I don't think that's her thing. I don't think that's her thing at all. But
yeah, I think she liked whatever moves kind of thing. She was kind of like the Viper. She's
So maybe you know what she'll hold down the Iron Island. So if she survives this, which I don't know, she could possibly survive. So she could hold down that. What other spots are left? Seriously.
Well, we also to bring up before about who's left to come.
Oh, Marine still exists.
The Tullys, Edmure Tully is still alive.
Right. Okay.
So he could join the battle. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised we haven't seen Mira.
Hold on, wait a second. So the Tullys are where's their spot? River Run?
Yeah, River Run.
All right, so River Run. All right, so
the Fraser gone.
All right, the Fraser damn gone. So yeah, never to return. So the Tullys could resurface, and they'll definitely be bannermen for who the good guys. Or I guess I'll put the Starks as the good guys. So they're all about the Starks. So
So I think they can join the cause. I think at this point.
Yeah, they rebuilt themselves after.
And then Howland Reed, Mira Reed's father. I don't know if they cast the character, but they bring him up like that. He knows the secret of John and all them, but I don't know if they cast. But so I don't know if that would show up because that would that's what Daenerys was saying. It's like your best friend, and then such and such. People know about the secret.
Right.
That's it. So maybe he's like, "Hi, I'm here. I know the secret."
Oh yeah, and Bravo still exists, and the Iron Bank always exists. So Bravo. I think Bravo still be okay. The Iron Bank.
Not the Iron Bank. The place with the books.
Right. The Citadel.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, so the Citadel will be safe.
Unless it gets burnt down.
Oh, yeah. That could happen.
Daenerys like, oops, sorry.
Burned everything down. Burn it all. All right, well, who knows?
I could see her doing it. I could see her, just getting this pettiness, and then, the Targaryen of her comes in. And I think the whole premise of the book, The Song of Fire, Ice and Fire, it's John. He's both. He's ice and he's fire.
He's ice. Oh, so I thought it was like originally I thought he was ice and she was fire, but now you're saying that he's both. He's both.
So that could be what he survives, or if not, or he saves everybody. I don't know. It's like it's kind of tough to see whether or not he dies again.
All right. Hold on. Here's a question. Yeah, what is dead can never. All right. So here's my question. Do you think Arya, is she gonna die? I mean, is she gonna get together with Gendry? Gendry's gonna die. What do you think?
I think she'll die. I mean, she's the savior of the Seven Kingdoms, but I think she'll
have to sacrifice herself.
She's not long for the world. I think
she's killed way too many people.
She'll get arrogant. But she wasn't arrogant for this episode. When she saw the dead, she was like running for her fucking life.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That was good to see. Finally.
Yeah, you're a badass, but for God's sake.
Yeah.
She don't choke under pressure. I'll give you that.
Yeah, and then that special weapon that she got made from Gendry.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know if she'll survive.
Mm-hmm. But like
I think all the Lannisters are dead. I think Sansa will live.
Yeah.
I think Sam will live.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go with those are two people that we guaranteed live.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think what other characters aren't survive. Tormund will probably get killed in the battle.
Yeah, he'll get killed in the battle.
It would be great because I just love his character.
Yeah, he's just such a crazy effort. He's just like
I hope Brienne survives.
I hope that Brienne at least gets to smooch Jamie at least once.
Yeah,
smooch in
maybe
there
before he dies.
Yeah,
or something like that.
But this is what always happens to her. She falls in love with like some kingly person, and they friggin' die.
Well, we know Renly wasn't her type.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. But she loved him with all her heart. Oh, but you know what? It's all good. Hey, now at least now she's a knight. So rah rah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see something more with her. But all right. So sounds like we pretty much hit on all the parts, man, and we're looking forward to some more stuff. And thank you so much for having me on your show and your podcast, and vice versa. So thank you for being a guest on mine.
Yeah, that's great. Where can people see your TV show?
Well,
it's only in New York City, right?
It's only in New York City, but man, I throw them all up on my YouTube channel, so you can check under Checkerphil. Checker. If you do a search for Checkerphil or the TV show Checkerboard Kids, all my stuff will come up, man. Go looking for me, and of course, ReadJunk. You at ReadJunk on Instagram, right?
Instagram, right? Twitter.
Same thing for Checkerphil. If you do a search for Checkerphil. And you put Checkerphil in that thing, and I'll always come up. So go
ReadJunk.com, and my podcast is available on Spotify and everywhere. Yeah.
And then you guys are plugging the Redix Fest coming up, right, in July.
Right. Yeah. So should be that started out as like, hey guys, I want to do. It started out as I wanted the Pilfers, Hub City Stompers, Rude Boy George, and started Skag, and then Cooley took the ball and ran with it.
Oh, he does. He does that thing.
So he's like, let's do a Radic Fest. And I'm like, all right. And I'm like, I wanted to have it on my birthday. So I should have done this last year when I turned 40. But I'm like, 41 now. It's like, oh.
It's all good, man.
Yeah,
it's all good.
that's I'm looking forward to that.
Right on. And then what's up with the ska movie? When's that dropping? Is it going to come to New York? I'm assuming so.
Yeah, he did say it was going to be having some premiere. But I was one of the people that donated to the campaign, so I should download. But I saw it already, and I reviewed it, and it was excellent. It was, and I'm not just biased because I'm ska, but it was just a put together documentary. I love music documentaries, and and people bitch, especially the East Coasters, who are like, "Oh, just focusing on this." But I'm like, they're focusing on the mainstream part of it, but they covered a lot of ground. The only ground they didn't cover was the Canadian ska scene, and I brought that up to Matt.
What? Yeah, Canadian,
He's like, well, it's kind of my fault because I was lazy. So.
Well, how'd that work out then?
Yeah, so I'm like, well, you're not focused in the movie then, and like at least there was Australia and Japan and Mexico.
Yeah, so Japan represented.
A little bit, yeah. Good, so it was just a good. I highly recommend seeing the movie. Especially, it just like the way they did it. I'm like, oh, I did that, and it was just like a good nostalgic trip down to the 90s when I got into ska. So
well, I'm looking forward to seeing it, man. It's gonna be good.
I'm gonna try to come down if they do the premiere because I want to see it with like friends
with people. Yeah.
Well, it's like I saw it by myself and I'm like, looking him over my wife, and she's like, I was never into Scott.
Oh, ow, that hurts.
Well, she's like, I know. She watched it like a little bit with me, but but yeah, it was definitely a good movie to check.
Yeah, I actually saw that there was a Rude Boy, like kind of semi-documentary, kind of.
Trojan.
Yeah,
Trojan,
that movie was so great, and to see it with a whole bunch of people that all love the music, man, it was just
I wanted
fantastic.
to see that one.
Good stuff, man.
There's so many good music documentaries coming out, or just out. It's a good time to be a filmmaker, and it's a good time to be a geek too.
Yeah, exactly. So love music, love TV, love movies, love everything that you love, and don't be ashamed of it, man.
Yeah, that's my site, man. It's just geeky things and music and movies and TV shows.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, my friend. So
all right, so I think this was a good conversation. Hopefully, everyone listening to and watching us too.
Yeah. Just hey, like and subscribe, like everybody else says. Like and subscribe, whatever.
Up here,
yeah, over there. Yeah, do that thing, man. It's just parody behavior, man, but partially. Yes. All right. So take care, man. Peace.
Later. Bye. All right. So, night.
Take care, man. Have a great night.
You too. Bye.
Peace. All right. Let's see. How do we do that? And do that.